Hey everyone, welcome back. This is what's in my travel makeup bag, but it's not like my other two travel makeup or toiletry videos. I've been going on shorter, quicker trips lately, and my last two videos, one was for airline travel, how to pack makeup and toiletries for a carry-on, and the other one was just a general what's in my travel makeup bag, and I had a lot more in there than what I have in this video. So this one is more for those overnights or two-day trips where you need a look that can go dressy or casual, just an anytime look, and you don't want to spend a lot of time thinking or a lot of time doing it. So that is what I did this video for, because I am traveling like that more frequently now. I'm doing shorter trips. I don't want to have to think about what I'm bringing or what I put on my face when I'm there. I just want to look nice and polished. This is the look I'm doing today. I'm actually gonna throw in another little eye deal for you in this video too. So if you are interested in seeing my streamlined packing for quick overnight trips, just keep watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, join the family, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload, because even sometimes when you guys are subscribed, you don't get notified of my new videos. You guys tell me that. So if you hit that little bell down below, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. A new item to me that I've been bringing when I travel, whether it's traveling in a hotel or staying with family or friends, is this simplehuman travel sensor mirror. You guys know how much I love my Sensor Pro mirror. If you've been following me any length of time, you just saw how that lit up when it sensed my face. You can actually customize the light settings on this with your iPhone. They have different settings you can do. I left it on the default because it's really like daylight. It's 5 times magnification. You can see your whole face. It's not distorted. It's just the perfect distance and magnification to see everything that's going on in your face. I can't live without this mirror anymore. And on the back is an attachment that you can stick onto the front when you want to see really close. It's got 10 times magnification to tweeze your brows, to do close-up eye makeup, whatever you want to do. I think what happened was that simplehuman saw how much I talked about and raved about my Sensor Pro mirror, and they contacted me to see if they could send me a couple more things to see if I would like them and try them. So this video is in partnership with simplehuman. I'm so thankful that they sent me this because I do travel, and this has come in extremely handy. It comes in this nice sturdy case. I never have to worry about it getting broken. I never have to worry about bad lighting when I'm on a trip. You know how that is if you're staying with friends or in a hotel. You never know what kind of lighting you're gonna end up with, or if it's gonna be dark outside in the morning, if you're gonna have any good lighting at all. So this is what it looks like. It does come in silver too, and you just unfold it. You can have it short like this. The little button to turn it on is on the back, and when it senses you, it lights up just like the big mirror. This one is 10 times magnification. It's a little bit smaller, but it's great for if you travel. If you want it a little bit taller, you just flip it over. It's great for trips. It's crystal clear, and I've really been enjoying this. So if you guys are looking for a travel mirror to make your life easier, this is the one. I've been loving this so much. It's so portable. It's so easy and convenient. So this is something that comes with me everywhere I go, and I had to mention it in this video, and thank you to simplehuman for partnering with me in this video. I'm really excited about it. Now the makeup bag. This looks exactly the same as it did in my what's in my travel makeup bag video, the first one. It looks like there's a ton in here, but one piece is just really tall. I have this bag in here that has my face products, what I use to do my foundation, primer, brows, everything I do before I start my color products, that's in this bag right here. That's what I'm gonna start with today. And everything else just fits really nicely in here. That's why I use this bag pretty much for everything. I have my lip products stuck here in the front. I have this bag here. I have my palette, my eyelash curler, beauty blender, my shorter brushes here, and then my other brushes here. And these are overflow brushes. These aren't brushes that I use on a daily basis. You can bring your own brushes with you, but I do travel fairly often, and I don't really want to have to reload brushes every time I travel. So these pretty much live in here unless they're being washed. I just find whatever I can leave in a makeup bag, I'm gonna leave in there if I can. I'm gonna segue over to showing you how I did my color products for this makeup look, which is appropriate for any type of occasion really, and we can get started with what I did and what I do pretty much on a regular basis when I travel lately. I've already done my primer, foundation, powder, concealer, and brows just to save some time because I know you guys are more interested in the color part, and I apply foundation on camera all the time. That's pretty much everything that's in here. That way I can just open it up and have everything at hand and then close it and be done. I have my Real Techniques mini sponge for my under eye area when I get to that point. And we're assuming that my skincare has been done already and my under eye area has been moisturized and all that good stuff. But after I sit down to do my makeup, that's when I put just a dab of coconut oil under my eyes just for extra moisturization. That is what is in here. My primer for my face is the travel size of my Hourglass Veil primer. I prime my eyelids with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer. I just happen to have the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in shade light beige. A lot of times when I go on trips, I need a long wearing foundation that'll go from morning until evening, but sometimes I don't. So I usually just pick and choose whatever foundation I want for the trip when I'm going on that trip. My under eye corrector of choice is the Color Science Total Eye. I've been using this every day, so this is definitely coming with me. I use this under my eyes. You can also use this as your eyeshadow primer as well if you don't want to bring a separate eyeshadow primer. My powder of choice lately has been the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade Fair because it sets my face nicely. It doesn't change the color of my makeup and it just looks beautiful on the skin. I do have a brush for my under eye area just in case I need to dust any away. This is my under eye concealer of choice. A lot of the time, it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer. I'm in the shade 2C Light Medium Cool. When I'm on trips, I find the quickest way for me to do my brows is to use the Stila Brow Pen, and I have my Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Blonde. So I placed all that back in there. I just threw it in there and I'm zipping that back up. The other thing that was in that front compartment was a beauty blender, which I do bring for my foundation in this handy travel container, which I really like because I can leave this sitting out if I want to, and it has some holes in it to help it air out. That way if I need to pack it, it's not rolling around wet in my travel case. When I'm on a quicker trip where there's just a quick turnaround time, I want to grab things, throw them in a bag, I probably want to get ready quickly while I'm on the trip and I don't want to do a lot of thinking. That is when the Charlotte Tilbury palettes can be very, very handy. The one that I've been reaching for lately is the Seductive Beauty. I have Natural Beauty and I have Beauty Glow. A few of you said you wanted to see me use this in a video, so I am going to be using this one today, and that is what it looks like on the inside. You don't need one of these to pack for a trip, of course. If I didn't use this palette, what I would do is bring a smaller eyeshadow quad or palette or something of the sort, something that didn't require a lot of thinking. I know I'm only going to use 2 to 4 shadows anyway, so I don't want to bring a big palette. I don't want to do a lot of thinking. I'm going to bring some kind of a face palette to where I can have a couple of products in it. This is Charlotte Tilbury's Film Star Bronze and Glow. This has a bronzer that can also be used as a contour and a highlight. So you've got 2 steps with that one palette, and then I bring a super neutral blush like Tarte Exposed, Cargo Tonga, or Tarte Sensual, which is another great neutral blush. If you want a little more warmth to the face, which sometimes I'll do, you can bring an extra bronzer like this Becca Capri Coast. There's quite a difference in tone there, so you could use this as the contour and this is the bronzer. So this is an option if you don't have an all-in-one palette. This does save some time and some space, but I'm not lacking for space in here, so it wouldn't be a big deal. I like to start with the eyes, and I'm going to start here with the bronzer and take a big fluffy brush and just put that all in the transition. And I like taking a big fluffy brush because it takes less time if you use a big fluffy brush. And I'm just putting that basically on the hood of the eye, almost all the way up to the brow bone, just because I do have slightly hooded eyes, which if I'm staring straight at you, you might be able to tell, but when I'm looking down, you really can't tell. I'm gonna go ahead and take that same shade along my lower lash line to keep it simple and easy. When you run a neutral shade underneath your lower lash line, it helps open up the eyes and make them look just a little bit bigger, more so than running a dark shade underneath the eye. The shadows are numbered 1, 2, and 3. You have Eye Brighten, Eye Enhance, and Eye Smoke. You can use them that way. You don't have to use them that way. You can use them however you want. I'm just gonna take this neutral Eye Brighten shade right here and lightly place it all over my lid, just really lightly. It's more of a glowy shade than a super shimmery shade. That's what I like about her shadows. I'm gonna take the Eye Enhance shade and swirl it around the outer corner, maybe the outer half of the lid, and just bring it slightly into the crease, but nothing too great. It's just gonna be a really soft look, but I want that inner half or third to be left light. And I am getting some fallout, but I find with this palette, it dusts away really easily. Quite honestly, you could leave the shadow there for a daytime look. That would be absolutely fine. I'm gonna show you using the Eye Smoke shade, what you can do as well. And I'm really just deepening up that outer third just a wee bit, nothing major. What I also bring with me is a liner, and I like to line with shadow. I find it faster. I feel like it's just more flattering and softer, and it takes less time than using a pencil or liquid or anything like that. I'm just gonna push that into the lash line. You can leave it at that, or you can do a slight wing, whatever you wanna do. I bring 2 mascaras, which may seem high maintenance to some of you, but I have lashes that will not hold a curl without a waterproof mascara. So I bring something that I like that separates and volumizes that I can use on both my upper and lower lashes. This is Maybelline Full and Soft Waterproof, and that will hold my curl. I also do curl my lashes, and I bring one that adds a little bit of fullness. I'm gonna go off camera and do that. Now that all that's been done, I'm just gonna highlight with this kind of rosy gold champagne highlighter. It's really, really pretty. And I'm just gonna take that really lightly. This is not a necessary step. I'm gonna try adding a little highlight to detract from the dark circles under my eyes. I'm testing out some things and I don't know, not really liking what's going on there. This bronzer contour, I'm just using kind of a big fluffy brush for that. Tap off excess. This is my favorite part of the whole palette, taking the cheek swish and placing it where it's supposed to go, which is kind of all along here, and then the pop. I do it kind of above the apple of the cheek because it just creates more of a lift than doing it right on the apple of the cheek. Because if you do it on the apple and then you don't smile, especially as you get older. Swish it along the cheekbones. I've gotten much better about overpacking my lip products. I bring 1 lip liner right now. I'm bringing my Urban Decay Naked because I'm trying to use it up. And I'm bringing Naked lipstick because I have a new one in the wings and I'm trying to use this one up too. It's on its last legs. As you can see, this is all I have left. And I bring a slightly deeper shade in case I want something a little bit dressier, a little bit deeper for night, and then I can mix the two too. I just have these in here for now, but that's something I change out with every trip. This one is the Balm Foxy Pout. No. Also down in the middle compartment of this bag, I keep my Armani eye tint in number 9, which I've been raving about for, well, since I started my channel, and a blending brush. Instead of taking those steps with my eyeshadow, a lot of times I will put that transition shade that I did, which was the very first step, and I won't do any of that with the rest of the shadows. And I'll take my eye tint. Of course, this is before I do liner, before I do mascara. I'm just gonna show you really quickly what happens. I take that eye tint all along my lid and kind of up in the crease a little bit, and I blend it out all up into the crease. And this gives me a perfect, easy, completely appropriate day or night look. Almost every time I'm wearing Armani eye tint number 9, several people ask me for a tutorial on how I did my eye look that day, and it is basically a transition shade, sometimes a brow highlight, and this. That's all I do. I've searched for dupes. I've never found any. This is it. And sometimes I'll take it and I'll smudge it along the lower lash line, just a tad. I don't do that every time. And I just make sure it's up on that hood a little bit. It is the easiest one and done look. It never makes the lids look crepey. It's just really pretty. This is a frequent look that I do because it's quick, it's easy, it's quicker than putting on any shadow, and it looks just as good. I'll bring my eye tint, a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight, and I'm good to go. Another product that I do always slip into my travel bag, no matter if it's minimal or not minimal. Not that this one is minimal, it's just more slimmed down than what my previous travel makeup bag was for a longer trip. I'm a big proponent of finishing powders. This one is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. I'm just trying to reuse this because it was sitting in a drawer for a while because I was using other finishing powders and I wanted to get some use out of it. I really like finishing powders for softening a look and giving you kind of that candlelit glow. So this one is kind of glowy, but I'm kind of liking that lately. And I also packed a setting powder. This one is actually the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day. I decanted it into this travel size. That's it, a very simple, easy to do look, but it still looks polished. It's still good for any occasion, and everything fits down in here really easily. I could even use a much smaller bag than this. I just like this because I like how I can see everything and how it's nice and organized. It doesn't take long either to look polished and to look together, no matter if I'm doing something casually or if I'm doing something a little bit more dressed up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen my other travel videos, I'm gonna have those linked down in the description box, and I'll have them linked in cards above as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'll also have my Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter up on the screen and down below so that you can join the community over there as well. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.